And locally, we're starting to see some of the impact of those cuts. The Mobile County Health Department says it recently had some grants canceled.
Our Dacian Smith following this story for us tonight. In Dacian, the sudden stop in funding caught the agency off guard.
That's right. The health department says they knew it was possible and they were starting to get ready for it when they were notified about the cuts. With the Department of Government Efficiency cutting back on spending, the Mobile County Health Department says it was bracing for changes to their funding. But a couple of weeks ago, they were told the cuts they thought would happen over the next several months were happening immediately.
It was money that was initially allocated during COVID to build the infrastructure in public health. We were just notified that the funders changed their priority. They stopped it, and then we're going through the invoicing to close out the accounts.
Health Officer Dr. Kevin Michaels says they've received roughly $23 million over the last few years, and they were expecting that money to be phased out over the next year and a half. Now that it's come to a sudden stop, he says one of the biggest impacts will be to some ongoing infrastructure upgrades and renovations.
Majority of the work was completed, but there's a tail end that probably won't be covered, which is going to impact, we'll have to come up with the money to pay to finish up the contracting.
Dr. Michaels says they were able to move some employees around while others were let go once the funding stopped. One of the bigger programs that took a hit was the Health Equity Program, which established relationships with people who didn't get important information that they needed.
Those partnerships we created are still important. Even though we don't have health equity, we still have those partnerships that we're going to have to maintain through other outreach programs that we're still receiving funding for.
And Dr. Michaels says there's always a concern that more funding could be cut, but they're in the process of seeing what other grants they can apply for. Live in studio, Dacian Smith, Fox 10 News.